I have to realize that I really am no different than anyone else. I may just look a little different. Never let it hold me back.
I first met him when he was a freshman in high school. He was on my freshman football team and on my freshman basketball team. One of the most hardworking kids, one of the most talented kids in that he uses his talent to the best of his ability.
3-year starter for us. He's a team leader and has been in our baseball program since he was a freshman.
He's just really an inspiration to me about how he lives his life and goes through his just everyday routine.
And he came up with it of saying that God made him special. God made him this way. Going through, elementary school, it wouldn't matter where, he would say that same saying. And he was so proud of that. God made me this way. God made you your way, and this is the way that God made me special.
Yeah, they were pulling him out, and both doctors just stopped dead. And I was like, what's wrong?
It got really silent.
Yeah. I was like, what? And I thought my baby was dead.
I am Jacob, and this is my story.
And they're like, well, he's missing his arm. And I was like, oh my God, who cares?
The way the doctor said it, he said some long name for what was wrong with his arm. There was a medical term, and we didn't know that. But he said the term, and then he said he's missing his left arm.
I didn't care at that point. I thought he was dead. I mean,
Yeah.
If he wasn't, he was fine. He was healthy. He was breathing. Everything was great. He just didn't have a hand. I was like, who cares? Give me my baby. He's alive. He's great.
My sister had the nerve of saying, well, how is he going to tie his shoes? And how is he's going to be picked on in school. He's going to be beat up. He's going to be he's going to be bullied around because of only having one hand.
He's actually taught us more so, tying his shoes, doing everything that he can do. He's doing it because with only one arm, and it's like it was nothing.
In my fight to be ordinary, I have to stay positive. I can never let myself rely on other people when I might not need it.
I was military, and so unfortunately I had to be away a lot. We had a bike, and we were setting up a bicycle for him, and he had to have been 4 years old probably. And I just remember we were sitting there, and he wanted to help so bad, and we're putting the bike together, and he stepped over the bike and tripped over the pedal, and he hit his head on the coffee table, and it split his eye like right in the corner. Right, and it had been a few months since I had seen him, and it had been a few months since he me, so we had to go to the hospital. It was so painful, and he was just crying. He kept saying, "Daddy, Daddy," and
I think it was harder for him because the nurse wanted him to stay. So he was, it was an emotional time for him because he was super upset. So he had to hold Jacob down, and that was like something that he really hated doing.
that was the worst moment ever. But
Growing up different, it was definitely scary at first because I didn't really know why I was different at first at a young age. But as I got older, I started to realize that being different, especially like this, it's actually a really good thing. Every day it's never boring. There's never a day that's boring. Something always comes up that I need to adapt or learn something new, and to that I think I'm actually lucky compared to others. I am Jacob. I'm an athlete, and I play football, basketball, baseball, and track.
we hear the fans kind of looking up at us with this horrid look on their face, and we're thinking something's wrong. And they're like, "Did you hear what just happened?" We hear from the fans that there's a kid, one of the bigger kids on the other football team. He said, "Look at that kid with one arm." He goes, "Let's see if we can break his other arm." I mean, just the sickest thing. The very next play, that one kid that said that got tackled and broke his arm.
He's really crazy. Like you seeing him on the court, you wouldn't think he'd be much of a factor, but he really pushes our team, and we're a lot better with him.
I played sports my whole life pretty much, ever since I've been able to. Ever since 4 years old, actually, I played sports. I first became interested in sports when my dad was throwing the baseball with my brother, and I saw them playing there, and I picked up the glove, and I asked my dad if I could play with him. He was kind of hesitant. He's like, "Sure, we can work on that." And I've had the support of everyone in my community. My family helped me, my brother especially.
My brother plays every position in baseball that there is. He's fast, he can throw, he's a full package.
We talked about sports and how he worked hard at sports to being where he's at, but education is more so he has put forth the effort.
When Jacob came home, he was so excited. You know, he's like, I was nominated for Homecoming King. And it was just a great feeling to know that how much he's overcome, and he's never let anything hold him back.
Jacob Tobias.
Because of his attitude, his fellow peers see him in the light that he wants them to see him in. How you present yourself is how people accept you.
He's definitely a positive inspiration to everybody around him.
He seems to not think that there's anything he can't do.
People come up to us afterward and say, I did not even know that he was missing his arm.
Always has a smile on his face. Whatever he's doing, he's having fun doing it.
The hardest thing I've ever had to do, and still probably will ever do, is the monkey bars. I've never been able to conquer those yet. You know, still going to pursue that goal though. This is my fight to be ordinary.